5 of the 2020. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7th. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, 23 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua.
And the grab by Croft.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dolphins have 21 here through the first 4 games. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
Inside give to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Open man is Anderson. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got it. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
After playing like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there.
Elliott.
And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that.
Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll run it with Elliott. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 14.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Running left, it's Hall. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 18. Able to slither by. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tua. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
That's a nice play on Carl Lawson's first true season as a Jet, because he missed all of last year with a torn Achilles after signing a big deal with New York in 2021. He's trying to get back to the form he had in Cincinnati, where he had 20 sacks.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13 at the 31-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers completes it to Hardman. They'll run with Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Just saw the run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, he shifts past him. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 75 as his guys are able to extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And New York set to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Holding offense.
Snap that one on Dwayne Brown. 1st-round pick back in 2008. To throw is Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Oh, good move. Now a hit and a loose football.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning out to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
That's interference. Defense.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. He will push his way down to about the 14. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They go to Elliott again. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Touchdown! Tyler Croft, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And taken right on the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. On 2nd down, Elliott.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On second down, Elliott once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So out now come the Jets. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. On third down, here's Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
If you're going to choose a franchise back in the 2022 class, most figured it would be Breece Hall out of Iowa State, and he was the first guy off the board to the New York Jets. More than looked the part of a bell cow offensive cornerstone at Iowa State, and by testing numbers, one of the best athletes we've seen enter the league at his position.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On second down, a run with Hall. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle. Defense.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Straight ahead is Hall. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This from 36 yards out. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry?
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. .51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 23. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Dances by at the 20. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he's maybe going to get this man to the 4. That's about all.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Elliott is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Personal
Let's see
foul.
who this is
Roughing
on.
the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers finding Hardman here over the middle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 1st down now with that clock rolling. Now he dumps this off over the middle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd down and 4.
Now Rodgers.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 21. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Personal foul.
Let's check in with our referee.
Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
Over the middle, incomplete to Waddle.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And again, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Gabriel Davis, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The former Buckeye, Justin Fields, with a touchdown pass. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Check on the Patriots. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. It's Mac Jones with a touchdown pass there. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And they've had their way running the football, well over 100 yards already as a team, with 2 more quarters to come. Meanwhile, for the Jets, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Open man is Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to pass. Tua. Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Tua going to throw. Touchdown Dolphins. Garrett Wilson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for two.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. On play action, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tua now on 1st down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle, here's Elliott.
157 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
From the 30 on 2nd down.
Tua throwing for the out route. He finds Wilson.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. Gets past one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Here's Tua. He finds Wilson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Again to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Waddle. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for our Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Rodgers to throw once more. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Zerline's kick is up and through, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, this is one of those plays where your instincts actually go against you. You really need to try and knock that down, but it happens so fast, partner.
Yeah, you see the ball in the air, maybe even though you're behind the line, you just think, I need to catch this and try to make a play.
Yeah, what you really need to do, knock it to the ground and just go ahead and go to the next down because now you're probably going to lose yardage.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Running left, it's Hall. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The give is to Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Elliott. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. And the Jets set to take the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. They were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Rodgers.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop. They got going. Loss of a couple. And it's 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And he goes out right around the 39.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Caught right side, Davis. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Here's a give to Hall.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. He will find Davis. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. 2nd and goal from the 1.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So
So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And again, it's Rodgers. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing is Rodgers. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. A toss left side for Hall. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Rodgers going to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Hardman to return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
2nd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. There he goes left side. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Another catch there for Waddle.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Miami, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.